Hey Brick Boys and Brick Girls, it's your boy Brick Boy Lego, and today we have a very special Lego Marvel review for you guys. We have a Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever set. This is the King Namor's Throne Room set. This is set number 76213, released this year in 2022 for a beautiful $39.99 with 355 pieces and a very nice 3 minifigures. And you know, when I first saw this set, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. I'm digging it. Definitely a unique looking build here. And I definitely wanted that Namor minifigure, so I knew that I was going to buy this set. This is one of 4 sets for the new Black Panther movie. I think the selection of minifigures here is definitely a huge selling point. So why don't we get right into the build here and see if this set is worth it. So starting off with bag 1, you have your 2 minifigures. You have your Shuri and you have your Atlantean warrior Atuma. And then you begin the Wakandan vehicle portion of the build. This does not appear to be a very large vehicle. I hope you're not claustrophobic if you are going to be riding inside of this little guy, especially since it is an underwater craft. And he speeds right on off there, and that completes that part. And then you're into bag 2 with your Namor minifigure, and then you begin the base of his throne room. Starting to look like a little bit bigger of a build here, and looks like we're gonna have some play features here in the middle, so that'll be interesting to see later. I always love this dark red color that Lego has. I don't think it's used very often, and it's always nice to see a little variation. Then you get these beautiful teeth pieces. I really like them a lot. I think they help to make the throne room look a little bit more dangerous. And then you build the other side of the jaw here and plopper right on there. I think these black spikes on the side also add to the ferociousness of the throne. And then you add the little teeth on the top and the teeth on the bottom. Now you're finishing the play feature here, and you add some gems. You get a little hidden sunken treasure. Add a couple fish, some seaweed, and you're done. Okay folks, and here is the finished build, and why don't we just start out with the 3 minifigures, starting with our girl Shuri. So here she is. She's got her 2 little hand cannons here. We saw in the trailer this is actually nanosuit technology, so they can actually come off and on at will. We've seen these before. I think they're a pretty cool piece, and they just clip in here with a little hand clip there, and it's got pretty nice printing on this minifigure. I also love her hair. And you have 2 prints. Little smile there on the back. What a happy gal. Moving on, we have Atuma. I am obsessed with this minifigure. He is so cool. Can we just look at this helmet for a second? Look how cool this helmet is. You've got these cool spikes here. This looks like a hammerhead shark bone fragment. I mean, that's awesome. That looks great. Printing is cool. He's blue. How many blue minifigures we have? Not including the Avatar sets. And then wanted to talk about this as well. From the pictures, the mouth portion looks like it's covered in a mask. Not this silver part, this darker blue part here that is a different shade blue than his head and his body. And you know, really when you look closely at the 2 prints, they're not that different. Really the only difference here is the mouth. You got a mouth open here. You got a mouth closed there. Looks like he's eating something. What do you think he's eating? Maybe a fillet of fish sandwich. Not sponsored by McDonald's. Okay, and then we've got our very cool Namor minifigure, or as he says himself, Namor.
My enemies call me Namor.
I've never heard it like that before, but that's what he said. I'm obsessed with this minifigure too. He is so cool, and I really love the ears that they got going on here. This piece has been used a couple other times, mostly in the Elves. I believe it was first used in the collectible minifigure series, Elf. And I mean, you get some really cool Aztec looking vibes going on from our boy. And you got his little Speedo on, and then you've got his little feet wings on his shoes on the side. And the real question is, are these wings attached to his body? Like, is it part of his body? Or are they just part of his shoes? Let me know in the comments below if you know. Anyway, so you got that, and then you've got oh my goodness, a grumpy boy. What a grump. And you know what? We got those eyebrows going on. A very iconic detail for classic Namor. All right, now let's move on to the little builds here. You got two main parts to your build. You've got this little Wakandan speeder bike, jet ski, submarine jet ski. This is called the Skirmisher on the LEGO website. This is the front, this is the back. You can tell because of the way that it is.
You can tell that it's
the Skirmisher
because of the way it is.
You have a couple stickers here. You got a sticker there, you got a sticker in the back, you got another sticker here in the back, and then you have stickers in the control panel. So, I mean, not an overabundance of stickers on the actual Skirmisher itself. And I like the way that they were able to get these curves here using 3 cockpit pieces. And you know, how does this go? So, okay, so she goes in here. You have little feet plugs there, so the feet just fit in right there. And then she goes in here. And, I mean, this is how she's supposed to go in there. It's upside down. It can't be this way because this is the engine. And then these are the guns here, so that has to be the front. I mean, that's definitely one way to travel. Maybe this is just like an escape pod.
Time to abandon ship.
I mean, is this really a complaint? You have some pretty big gaps here. If this is an underwater vessel, you're gonna be leaking. You know what? I don't like this stud exposed here too. They could have just put a little one of these. But, you know, it's an interesting design. Unique. New York.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
And then you've got your 2 little stud shooters here. I don't really like these, but let's do a little target practice. Atuma. Oh, we got him. Oh, we missed. That's pretty much going to do it for the Skirmisher. So let's keep on trucking here. And now you've got... The actual reason why I bought this set was because of this very cool looking throne room. You got this little mouthpiece. It looks like a little shark. It looks like a little megalodon. I was going to say a whale, but whales don't have teeth like this. So let's go with this is a big shark mouth. Boy, howdy, is that a big shark. So here you go. You got your Namor sitting here on his throne. He can breathe underwater. He's actually a mutant, and he's actually half human, half Atlantean. Oh, and that's the other thing we should talk about. Atlanteans are blue-skinned. He's full Atlantean. Namor is half Atlantean, and he doesn't have blue skin. So that's an interesting fact, huh? And then we've seen this throne room in the trailer too, so that's cool. I like the little ruins, Atlantean ruins here. Very Aztec looking writing on the sides there and on the front. I really like that they tried to make it look like we're underwater here. You've got some seaweed, you've got some fish floating around. Here's a little school of fish. This is a very effective build here with just the cone, this little clip, and then the little fish. So you can really pretend like you're underwater here, and you got a little tuna swimming around, little tuna rolls swimming around. And then you've got Namor sitting up there. He looks pretty cool. I mean, this is a very unique build. I don't have any sets that look like this. It's always nice for Marvel to not just have one vehicle, so it's nice to have a little play set area here. We can take a little look here at the other features. For some reason, a shooter here. I'm not really sure why. The throne has a shooter at the bottom, but it does. So we could have your Shuri come down for an audience with the King of Atlantis. Oh, did you know he was the King of Atlantis? He is. I guess before we shoot Shuri, we should talk about this play feature here in the back. So you've got your little hidden gems of Atlantis. You have your Chaos Emeralds, Chaos Control.
Chaos Control!
And then there's slides right here in the back and clips closed like this. But if you wanted to shoot out your little plate shooter, you just push the insert where the gems are. Shout out Steven Universe. Oh, wow, that's a pretty effective shooter. All right, well, so that's pretty much going to cover it for the play features. Why don't we take a look at what these minifigures are going for on Bricklink now. So starting off with your first minifigure here, you have Shuri. She's going to run you about $8.81 on Bricklink right now as an average, and here you can see her without her hand cannons and her regular smile. This minifigure is not exclusive to this set. It was actually in 3 out of the 4 Wakanda sets. Moving on to the next one, you have Atuma. I still can't get over how cool his helmet is. I love it. And you got his little spear. He's going to run you about $10.31. He is in 2 sets. Here you can see him without his helmet on and the very similar face printing on the front and on the back. And then we have our Namor minifigure. He's our most expensive minifigure in the set. Gonna run you about $12.29 on Bricklink. I love that side feet print for the wings. And then you can see him with a little happier face. You don't always have to be grumpy now, do you, Namor? Love this guy. All right, Brick Atlanteans and Brick Wakandans, what do we think of King Namor's throne room? Is it royally as cool as we thought it was going to be? I'm going to say yes, I like this set. It's priced right. You're at about a 10 cent a piece, part per piece breakout, and you know I like that. You have 3 beautiful minifigures. I am glad that we were able to get Namor in a cheaper set. The other set is a little bit more expensive, so definitely nice to get the main villain in a $35 set. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm actually really not complaining about this set at all. I think it's a great value. Definitely pick it up if you can. Maybe my only complaint would be the weirdness of the skirmisher, and the positioning of the minifigure is a little off, but I guess we'll see if that's how it is in the movie itself. I love the throne room. You don't get a lot of mouth sets in Marvel. What does that mean? Am I gonna get the other Wakanda Forever sets? Maybe. I definitely want the Ironheart minifigure, so we're gonna have to get that set at least. Do we care about this $10 set? No. Is this ship really ugly? Yes. Is this the best Wakanda Forever set that was released? Arguably yes. So let's give this set a 4.5 tuna out of 5. Tuna rolls. I'm very hungry. That's gonna do it for today's review. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. And tune in next time for more LEGO Marvel reviews coming soon.